Welcome back, survivors. I'm SurvivalVis, and we return to Siberian Expeditions for another week of hunting, and once again, I think we're going to go to the Ural Mountains. With how big this map is, we're probably going to have a lot of time to spend here. And I'm trying to think of what I want. I'm still trying to farm us up points, because again, we need a lot for the tiger and literally anything else we can take with us, so I think I will go for more brown bears. I might go for snow sheep, and maybe wapiti. Yeah, I think that might be decent enough. I might actually... Okay, yeah, the crossbow's so little it doesn't change much, and doesn't change much if I take the bicol or not. So I think we'll go for wapiti, snow sheep, and brown bears on the Ural Mountains. Hopefully find the animals a little easier than last episode, because it did take a while. And it does seem that, like, the weird, like, washout fog effect is meant to be there. It's just, like, part, I think, of even description. Great Mountains act as border between Europe and Asia, across from Arctic Ocean down to Kazakhstan. Hunting in winter is hard challenge due to the altitude and the cold. Wish you best of luck here. Okay, well, I think the fog kind of effect is supposed to be how it has been, so that's working proper. And do remember, well, mostly for myself, rather than, I think, oh, maybe for you guys too, because of how it crashes, but you need to have the setting put to, let's just go over that quickly and show that off. You need to have it at 3DFX Glide, and I think the highest resolution you can start at is 1024 by 768. Once you're actually in-game, you can set it to whatever you want using that console command, which is what I will do. But everything is looking good, everything got saved, so let's head into a brand new hunt back in the Ural Mountains. Okay, so we're all loaded up now. I'm just going to get this guy out just for now until I get my bearings. And we are kind of, again, in the same, like, little corner of the map. So I'm hoping maybe the animal population is a little better spread out. But I think to start off with, I'm just going to go through some calls, see if there's anything in the general area first. Okay, I thought I almost heard something like running for a moment there. That's why I quickly got this out, but it doesn't seem like it. Okay. Yeah, no, there's nothing around us right now, so I'm going to actually... What I did last time was just, like, cut through the mountain area and that. I'm going to actually stick around the water a bit more, see if maybe I can spot something along the banks of it as we just go across, well, along this river for a while. And then this also will let us get more into that eastern area that... It looks a little bit different, so maybe that's more of like a... I was going to say more of a forested area, but truth be told, the map is basically just a forested area. Although there is some glitches and issue there probably happening, because I think I have the view distance up to full, but I'm actually not sure. Yeah, it's only with 3DFX Glide, and it seems if you look too high, that kind of glitch happens in the skybox. Again, it's kind of one of the reasons I prefer the Direct 3D when I do play. It's just that I can understand that there are some engine issues using it. Like, if I actually were to shoot something, I think we'd probably have an immediate crash or a freeze and crash for Siberian Expeditions. It's only Taymyr Peninsula and the Ural Mountains that have the snowfall, which I think that happens on. I think, anyway. Because those are the only two maps I know of that have, like, the weather effect on them with the snowfall. Which I think seemed to cause it when you would get an animal to, like, drop blood or shoot and wound one. If you're actually good enough shot, you might actually be able to play them with Direct 3D. And you just have to make sure you always get the mortal zone and they don't, like, just get wounded. That'd be a way to make sure your hunting skills are top-notch. You can't play unless you actually get that as, like, the kill shots. Man, I am surprised. It really does seem like the mountains are a very hard place to hunt in. Like, we've not gotten any replies back. I mean, I haven't really been using binoculars that much. Probably am going to really need to, though. Just because both, it is fairly thick for, like, foliage, and the fog effect can kind of make it a little hard to make out for things in the distance, too. While I am wandering around trying to find us something to go after, maybe we should talk about what I'm going to be doing with carnivores going forward, because to be honest, I've covered, like, the majority of the big mods that are out right now. I've done Mandibles, Triassic, Jurassic Park Hunter Legends 1 and 2, Jurassic Park Revolution, Far North, Genesis. Like, I think the only things really left, I'm probably mistaken, but the only things really left are, like, the reskin mods. And it's not that they're bad, it's just that it'd be the same content over and over again, because they are just, well, reskins. I know Carnivores 2 does get a number of DLC animals that people make, and just, you can easily kind of like drag and drop them into the roster as you please. I could do stuff like that, but I kind of don't know what to do with the carnivores anymore, aside from dinosaur hunt. So if you guys have suggestions of things I should cover, or if there's DLC of a certain mod I should go back to, do let me know, because I don't actually like get rid of the mods once I'm finished with them. I keep them saved on the computer, because unlike modern games that take like a buttload of storage space, they're nice kind of small things that don't take up much room at all. And good lord, there is nothing out here, is there? Like, I've tried calling, I barely even see any ambient animals. Speaking of, there's one musk deer and an eagle owl. Man, I'm not I mean, if it keeps up like this, I don't know if I'll be able to do hunts on the Ural Mountains, just because it's going to be so boring until we actually do find something. But it does give me a chance to actually talk more into other series and things going on with, like, channel and that. We are slowly nearing the 500 subscriber mark, so hopefully with just a little bit more push we can get up to there. I don't unfortunately have a milestone in mind for it, because there's, like, nothing I really unlock. The 100 subscriber mark actually got me the custom URL, which makes it a lot easier to get to the channel if I were to link it out somewhere. I don't actually know where. Just, that's something I gotta work on, is my networking, I suppose. I got the custom URL, the face cam I brought in with it? I can't remember if I did the face cam before or after it. I got there, I mean, the big milestone is basically now try and get up to 1,000, then I'll look at trying to start streaming series and that on a platform. I don't know if I'll do YouTube or I'll do Twitch. That's probably something with the 1,000 unlock, I'd also open up the poll option for, like, the community posts and that, so I'd probably put a suggestion there, seeing what you guys prefer. But yeah, right now it's just kind of a slog trying to get up over, well, first to 500, and then to double that to 1,000. I don't know if there's anything I can really do to curve that or not. Okay, I mean, good God, we covered quite a bit of distance on that, and still nothing. I'm gonna try working my way a bit more eastwards, see... Like, this kind of area right to our east is where we were when we had the... Well, looks like the same area we had the wapiti and the bear at last week, so maybe just that's the only area animals kind of spawn in? I don't know, I'm just trying to pull at threads right now. I gotta figure out something to do. Finally, something's out here. Okay, so it was a snow sheep. It sounded like it was this direction. I don't like how the wind's blowing, but I don't have much option when it... Okay, just ambience. That kind of spooked me for a moment there. So... Oh, okay, so I think he picked up our scent and ran off. Yeah, the wind is going to be quite the bugger for us here. Okay, so I'm going to try and see... Maybe get a little more distance towards the east here, and then work our way northwards where it seems the snow sheep's at. I got my AUG, just in case there is something else around us. Although, truth be told, with all the calling I've done, it doesn't seem like anything's really abundant out here. But yeah, so carnivores, I'm still trying to figure out. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate is probably wrapped up now, because, like, with Abyssal Lagiacrus done, that's that series. Unless there's, like, suggestions that come up for it. Like, I could go after the Event Gen Moran to show how I down him, but for the most part, I think that series has kind of run its course, and I mean, not to say, like, it hasn't earned it, because, let's face it, it has, including the low-rank stuff and, like, the village stuff, that's probably, like, 80 episodes between the two series, so yeah, it's definitely had a good run while it's been on the channel. Oh, there's actually a cabin here. I did not realize that. Okay, you're going to run off that way, but that actually works pretty good because the wind's not going that way. Oh. Just literally in the middle of nowhere. Just, cabin. Kind of surprising, if I'm honest. I had no idea there was something here. It, to me, just looked like completely wild mountain area. Okay, but we'll follow this along and see where our snow sheep went. One nice thing about this map is how clear it is to see the blood on it. Like, the red stands out incredibly well with just how the snow is. So yeah, you can track from a ways back. I can see all the way up to that hill there where he's gone. I may just keep this out in case. Because it almost sounds like there might be something else around us. Possibly a bear, wolf... Well, maybe not a wolf, because again, those things... If they pick any detection of you up, they just go nuts after you. So maybe a lynx, a boar... Could be something in the area, though. Yeah, like I can see all the way up there from where the trail goes. I just have to get visual of the sheep, and then we should be good to try taking them down. And like, despite knowing where the mortal area should be, I still am not having good luck at hitting it. Okay, eagle, owl, eagle, owl. So looks like you went that way, then curved up that way. Well, it did quite a bit of running around here, though. Looks like he went in a circle, and then popped out over here. I will keep this ready just in case we do surprise him over a hill or something. Okay, doesn't look like he went up, though, so he's still probably down somewhere around here. The wind is not in our favor. Okay, now the blood is still here, so where did it go from here? Oh, okay, one up here. Right up, yeah. And then did he maybe go through the trees and that's why I'm not seeing it? No, did he maybe... It just stops here. Okay, now let me try getting Oh, come on, I can climb this, can't I? Yeah, I can, okay. Okay, so it doesn't look like it's up here. I still see the blood there. Yeah, I'm not seeing any other dots, so... Let me just try scanning them with the binoculars for a while to see. It is like it just all of a sudden stopped right there, though. And it's not that it vanished, because you could still see the blood for a bit there. Oh, well, it's the... There is a call coming from up this way, so I'm going to go after it. I doubt it's going to be ours, though. But, I mean, if I can get that mortal zone, it shouldn't matter too much. I'm just going to, again, try to not have the wind give us away. Seems like it always is more like an animal indicator than a wind meter. And I do like having the Yogg just at the handy until we are ready to snipe. Just because of its fire rate, it will be a very good deterrent for, like, bears, wolves, anything that might surprise us. Okay, I see. It's way out there. I actually kind of lost track of him for a moment. Actually, where the heck is... Oh, there he is. That's why I lost track of him. I got a shot off, but I don't actually know if that downed him. Although this is a nice area to be, because you get a really good, like, line of sight out from it. So you know what, I'm going to head up that way and see. Let's just switch back to the Yogg in case. And see if we actually did get our snow sheep or not. I didn't really see anything like him running off, but with how the reload is for the sniper rifle, with you lowering the scope, it could very well have been enough time for it to go sprinting off without me being able to see. But I know I saw the telltale, like, the blood splurt out. So it was definitely a hit. Oh, no. I actually got him with that. I thought you were further away. Oh. Okay, no, we actually got our first animal. Again, it takes quite a while before you actually seem to run into things on here, just because of how big the map is. Let's try for anything else now. Nothing from that. We'll try another snow... maybe we'll skip the snow sheep for now. Try to get something else we don't have. Maybe we'll try the snow sheep again, since there's nothing else replying. I feel like that came from behind us, but I'm going to be cautious and go forward this way, because maybe it's actually ahead of me? I don't know. My ears don't work well, apparently. We'll hike, see if we can find something, and then... Like, I do like the map. It is a very extensive and rugged map. The only problem is, if the animals are, like, spawning in really remote areas, it takes quite a while before you find them. And with how I normally do my Let's Plays, I like to not cut stuff out if I can. And now no reply. So I'm guessing maybe it was just the snow sheep we took down calling back to us. Oh, hello. You're actually... I thought maybe a long shot would be better. It kind of worked on the snow sheep, although maybe that was the one we already got the first hit on. But either way, there's at least a blood trail to go off of. So, we'll take the good old Yogg and start after the bear. Again, I know the area I should be trying to aim for, but I just can never seem to quite get it. I don't know if it's because maybe it's actually tucked behind the front leg, so it registers more you've hit the leg hitbox or shoulder hitbox rather than the chest area for it. But maybe just with a little more time and practice, I'll eventually hone in on that a bit better. Okay, here we go. Yes, here's the start of it. I do gotta be careful, because there are times where I've gotten the first shot off on a bear, I think. It runs a bit, but then it circles back and really, really is angry at you. So I'll keep the AUG out until we kind of get to a nice area for better visibility. So, okay, seems like he's definitely gotten quite a bit of distance from us, though. Now, did the bear go over the mountain or went through the woods? Guess we'll only find out once we get over this one here and see. No, went up over the mountain. Okay. That actually might make it easier to try taking him down, because if he's going to be in a mountainous area, we might be able to see him from a better distance. Thought I heard a bear growl there for just coming up here. Okay, so, I mean, good and bad. Good, there's no trees to block line of sight. Bad, because it's so hilly and mountainous. There's a lot of ups... A lot of ups and downs that he can use like that. But we got ourselves our first bear. Fairly sure he's the one we shot. As if there is a blood oh, hang on a moment. Maybe not, because I don't see a blood trail from, like, the direction he came. Oh, That could well be a completely different bear, because, like, there's a lot of blood here, but nothing from the seeming direction that he, like, approached us from. I mean, well, although maybe it looks like it didn't really get out of this, though, so maybe that actually was our bear. Yeah, sometimes it can be hard to tell with the way the blood works in the game. Maybe there's like a certain amount that can only be dropped and then stops placing more? That could explain why we, like, completely lost track of that snow sheep. Because there's like a... Think of it like a character limit. Only so many can be placed down. Once it hits the cap, nothing else is placed from it. Oh, come on, let me get out of here. So we've gotten 2 out of 3 for the roster I picked. I admit I wouldn't mind trying to get 3 of 3, but at this point I'd take anything else we can get on the roster. If I can get the hell out of here. So one problem with the old games is they have some very janky terrain geometry of what you can and cannot ascend. So we'll have to go, I think, the long way out of this area. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're getting out of here proper. So we'll just try a few more call... Oh, actually didn't realize it took this long. Yeah, with no replies and the time I'm seeing, because I'm basically around 25 minutes on the capture, I'm going to have to take us home with just what we got from here. Ural Mountains is a nice map, but you need a lot of time to hunt on it with how vast it is. Something I do not have, so I'll probably have to start doing a few more point farms. Or next map. That actually might be something I could do, is if we go to Altai Massif next, I could actually show that off, and then I can open up the request hunts again while we point farm for the Siberian Tiger. That could actually work pretty well for the series. I think we'll do that. Next episode will be Altai Massif. I actually have to remember to... Let's change that properly. There we go. Yeah, so next week will be Altai Massif with something for a roster. farm up some points, and with that done, you guys will be able to leave requests, and I will see about getting those hunts in as we point farm for the tiger. But for now, we will leave this episode of Siberian Expeditions right here. Thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of the series. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to give us a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. I'll officially open up the request suggestions next week, but if you do have ideas, brainstorm them now, and next week you can leave them right in the comments, and I will try to schedule out which ones to do in what order. But until I see you in the next video, survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.